start. My name is Mike and welcome back to another video. Today I'm in a new place. I'm on holiday in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So today I want to talk to you about something I did recently. I recently did the Online Celta course, as I said in my last video, and some people are confused about if it's better or worse than the face-to-face Celta course. So, I'm going to talk about that. Shall we start? So, the Celta course is a course designed to help teachers become better teachers. They do two types of courses, online and face-to-face. Some people are worried about doing the online course because they think it's worth less than the face-to-face course. However, nowadays with the pandemic, they're worth about the same. You could wait to do the face-to-face course, but for me, with the pandemic, I didn't want to wait anymore, so I did the online version. So, some advantages. Something for me that was very helpful is the fact that I was at home. With the face-to-face Celta course, you would fly to a different country and you would spend maybe a month there doing the course. For me, this would be very hard because if you go to a different country, well, you want to travel. You want to experience the new life that you're in. You want to spend time with other people on your course. And for me, I wouldn't be able to study at the same time. Being able to shut myself in at home, relax and do what I needed to do really helped a lot. And I think if it wasn't for this, the Celta course for me would have been 10 times harder than it was. For me, this is the biggest advantage of the online Celta course. It was harder getting to know the other people on the course, but I wasn't there for that. I was there to get a qualification and to improve myself as a teacher. Another huge benefit to the online Celta course is the time. With any Celta course, time is a problem because you study for roughly 8 hours per day, plus you will do maybe 2 hours of homework per night, plus assignments. With the online Celta course, you have to always have your camera and your microphone on, unless somebody else is teaching. During this time, you should watch and take notes of the other teacher. However, you can do that and do something else at the same time. For me, I saved a lot of time doing this. I'd be sat writing assignments while my classmate was teaching, and I'd write notes about their session as well to give them feedback. But it saved me a lot of time. With the face-to-face Celta, you would have to be in the classroom physically watching them. You wouldn't be able to take your laptop out and do assignments and things like that, because you might fail the course. There are other things as well, like for example, you have to observe professional teachers teaching. We had DVDs to watch. Well, what I did was I made the DVD faster. I watched it on 1.5 times speed, so everything was quicker. This meant at the end of the session, I had maybe half an hour free to do more assignments, or to clean, or to nap, or to do whatever I wanted. This would be impossible in a face-to-face style class, because of course you would have to be there paying attention. The third most important advantage of the Online Celta is that the things you're taught are very applicable for both online and offline teaching. This means I'm a lot more confident in my ability to teach people online and offline. With the face-to-face Celta course, this wouldn't happen. You'd be a lot more confident teaching face-to-face, but when it comes to online, I don't think it'd be as helpful. And nowadays, online teaching is becoming more and more important, and I think in the future that will happen even more so. So for me, this is another huge advantage and benefit of an online Celta. Of course, the online Celta has negative points as well. The main one being the technology. The internet problems were a struggle throughout the whole course, both for the teachers and for the tutors and even for the students. It's obligatory. You have to attend every single session. However, if you have internet problems, the tutors would often give us a bit of leeway. They would be fair. They would give us the chance to catch up with the lessons that we missed, which was good. However, the face-to-face course, that wouldn't be a problem. So this is a big advantage for the face-to-face Celta course. Another negative for the online Celta is technology in general and computer literacy. For me, personally, it's obvious that if you don't have good IT skills, you shouldn't do an online IT-based course. It's going to be difficult. But judging by the course, not everybody thinks like that. We had 1 or 2 students who had no idea how to use the computer, how to use Zoom. We had 1 or 2 teachers, like me, doing the course who also had no idea. Of course, in a face-to-face classroom, these problems wouldn't exist, but I have to mention it because it was a problem throughout the course for some people. Don't do the online Celta course if you're not 100% confident with your own IT abilities. Something else that is a disadvantage both online and offline was the students. The students were very unreliable throughout the course. I think this is a bigger problem for the online course because it's easier to be unreliable if you don't know the person face to face. It's harder to have that personal relationship, that comfort with somebody if you're not in the same classroom with them. The students throughout the course were unfortunately pretty unreliable, not turning up to class, turning up late, not telling us, not doing the work. In the face-to-face classroom, this could happen as well, but I think it's less likely, especially with adults. So that's a disadvantage, unfortunately, for the online Celta course. Having said all of this, there were a lot of great things that I did and I learned during my online Celta course. And if anybody is thinking of doing it, I would say do it. It was very worth it. As far as is it better or worse than the face-to-face Celta course, for me it depends. If you're like me and you would struggle to live in a foreign country for 4 weeks doing an intensive course, the online course is good. If you're more disciplined and if you can study somewhere new like that, then do the face-to-face Celta course when the pandemic is over or when the coronavirus is less of a problem. Of course, there were negatives to the online course, as I think there would be to any course. But it's definitely worth it and it was very, very useful. Okay, I think that's all for now. If you have any more questions, message me on Instagram or here on YouTube. Thank you for watching and I'll see you lovely lot next time. Bye bye.